Namaste and welcome to December.
Wow. You know, beloved ones, Sri and I are so grateful that we are coming to you live today, or somewhat live, from our beautiful courtyard here at Terra Nostra. And this is one of the many areas where you can just sit and enjoy truly a gorgeous day. And we're getting the blessing of staring at all of our fruit trees, and our beautiful community is here with us today, all saying hello, we love you, and welcome to December.
Absolutely. We are at an incredible time collectively on this beautiful planet that we live with and love. And we're going to talk a bit about what's happening on this planet here in the coming minutes. But the first thing I want to do is to invite each and every one of you to relax. Let a smile come to your face and recognize, I'm alive.
Whoo!
I'm
yeah.
here.
Uh-huh.
So often with the chaos and confusion and the drama and all of the things that have been stirred up, we sometimes forget to take a moment and just celebrate. I am alive, and this is good.
Well, you hear our parents, they're just like, yeah, you are alive, and this is good.
Yes.
So, beloved ones, as we're moving into December, Sri and I really wanted to get this video out to you as early as we possibly could, because the energy is that big, it's that intense. Now, we want to scroll back just a little bit. Early in November, we did a show, one of our radio shows, and you can go visit this show at shriandkararadio.com, and better yet, download our app so that you can just get it as a podcast whenever you want. But we did a show talking about the new presidency in the United States, the new energy, what's going on. And we won't spend a lot of time referring to that, and that's why we want you to just go listen to the show, because we revealed a lot there. But one of the things that we did reveal during that show was that last June, July 2016, we had received very clear information that Donald Trump would become president. And we did share that information with a lot of people, but we did not announce it on YouTube because we did not want to feed a frenzy. We did not want to enter into anything that would offer our energy as being political or jaded or one-sided. However, when that revelation was given to us, there was a lot of other information that came with it. And we're going to be revealing all that information starting in January. And part of that information is also in this month's sharing. And this is part of why we wanted to get this out a little bit early, a little bit before December, because you're probably already aware of the heightened energies on the planet and how they're affecting you. Remember, in November, what was the motto? Failure is not an option, right? And so, have you been feeling like a failure? Have you been forced to look at the energy of failure in your own life? Have you been overwhelmed with things in November? Well, chances are the answer to all of that in some form is yes. And the good news is that you know it, and that's okay. Everyone is moving through this. Remember that courage is not about the absence of fear. It's not about the absence of doubt. It's about having the strength to keep walking, having the spiritual tenacity to move forward, embodying the passionate action of who you are into every breath, every moment, every divine act of service, because as you opened up so beautiful, you're here, you're alive.
We are here together, and we are celebrating life together to whatever degree you're capable of holding that energy of celebration. Remember that as things shift in our shared environment, in our planet, there are those that feel stimulated to act, to try to change things, that become activism. Now, activism is an energy that says, I see something tragic or hurtful or something that is troubling my heart. That's a good step in awakening. However, the energy of anger, saying that cannot be or you're wrong, will actually perpetuate the very thing that you're seeking to shift. So there's a very delicate balance between activism and passionate action. And this is a sophisticated discernment that really will affect the quality of life on the entire planet for hundreds of years to come, because we are at a critical time where change needs to spring forward from passion, not from anger. Take that in for a moment, because many things are changing and many people would like to shift the flow. Love is more powerful than fear, and action based in love will be lasting and nourishing for all concerned. time for clarity.
You know, it really is. And that brings us right here, right now to December. So, what's the predominant energy for December? Well, my loves, let's talk about this because it's really two parts. The first part is that our beloved Gaia herself will reach a very rich energy of releasing toxicity. And so the energy for December, unlike other energies for the months, is actually birthing, it's kind of bubbling up out of Gaia. She is responding, she is purging, she is releasing toxicity. Now, whenever you have a release, right? How many of you have ever done a cleanse or you've had some type of toxic release? There's times when that's extremely uncomfortable. So we need to offer an extraordinary amount of love, patience, and reassurance for the planet. So that's kind of part A, and we're going to talk a lot about how this comes together. And because this is such a big month, we're also going to be giving you a practice that you can do to help you navigate this month, because this is a month where you really want to harness that, because come January, guys, it's massive. So we've got this energy where the planet is kind of releasing and releasing toxicity. So you're going to see a lot of moving, a lot of shaking, a lot of realignment. There's going to be a lot of talk about the planet. She is speaking, and she's inviting you to hear her through your ascended heart rather than the brain of density. Now, that also ties into the other greatest energy of December, and I want you to bring your hands to your heart because we're sharing this with you early, and I promise you it's nothing to be afraid of. But the greatest energy of December is going to be fear. And the way that's going to manifest is that it's going to manifest first at a planetary level, and it's going to manifest within these so-called lines of countries that are being more and more harshly drawn. What that means is that every single country on the earth, every single one, without exception, in December will need to face their greatest fear as a country. So whatever is the preeminent fear of the country, they will need to face that fear in December. And this, of course, you know, begins, we can talk over here about North America, about South America, about Asia, about Europe, Africa. The entire planet will be involved in this. And remember, this is because the energy is bubbling up. The planet is expelling, right? She's releasing. She's letting go of toxicity. She's purging. She's taking care of herself. But she's being met by this very intense kind of crushing planetary thought body. And so that energy is getting what? It's getting trapped. When you are cleansing, you need to let things flow, right? It's all about release, release, release. There is nothing I need to hold on to. So the perceptions that are holding on to density will be really in front and center in every aspect on this entire planet come December. So think about that. If you look at, let's use the United States as an example. The United States is 100% fixated on money. And you might say, no, there's other things, but the reality is it's money that put Donald Trump into the presidency. It's fear of jobs, it's fear of money, it's fear of not having money, it's the economy. And as much as we would enjoy it being about other things, the reality is that in the United States, people are going to be having to look at that. At a time when December is about buying things, it's about materialism. It's for many people in the United States, they identify it as being solely a Christian state, and so it's all about Christmas and all about fueling the economy. And so in the United States, the biggest fear they have is around money and things that fuel that system. And so this is just one example of how this fear energy will play out in the month of December. And remember, it's coming up from the planet first. Very unusual. This is actually an ascended presence, but it's coming up and out. The planet has to purge it out, being met by a crushing planetary thought body of fear that will encapsulate into this spread of populist nationalism to where whatever is the greatest fear of every country, they will have to look at it in December.
Now, fear is a uniquely individual expression related to refracted consciousness. Or to say that more simply, fear exists in humanity and is perpetuated in humanity more than in any other species. This is because The anxiety of change is filtered through a belief system that says, uh-oh, that says I'm going to lose something, I am threatened. Now, whenever there's change, an environmental change, a weather change, an energy change, you have an opportunity to feel fear. Well, fear is not your enemy. It's okay to feel fear. Fear is a little bit of a wake-up call for your attention to say, oh, something's changing. It's what you do next that matters. Do you try to push the fear away and not feel it, in which case it'll start to build pressure within? Or do you act out and blame somebody or some institution for making a mistake, for damaging your life in some way? And you can see how that energy of fear then gets displaced and projected and starts contributing to conflict and chaos on the planet. So the issue is not the fear, it's how we work with it. Now, as Kira shared, with the planet herself releasing, and you certainly have seen this with earth changes, with weather changes, and more to come.
And there's more to come.
With this shifting, there is a free-floating anxiety felt in the occupants of the planet. There is a sense of something's shifting. That's when it's important to use that energy to find your true stability, which is here. The ascended heart is, in fact, the foundation of ascended living.
And that's the opposite of the fear. See, that's the awesomeness about it, December. It's about anchoring the ascended heart.
And the ascended heart is literally, begins right here, right? What we were referring to as the traditional heart. The key is that for many, many centuries, humanity, and especially spiritually awake people on the planet, found solace in sending energy into the earth, grounding cords, because they wanted to feel grounded, meaning stable. And yet what we have learned since the millennium especially is the earth, we're in a new time, the earth is indeed full. She has received enough of our discards.
Yeah.
and it's time for Gaia to have her healing process, and it's time for the children of Gaia, you and me, to be responsible for our own energy.
Now take that in, because that's the gift of December. December is freeing you. It's fear or freedom, right? And so you're being freed in December to lift and flourish. Remember in November, we talked about the storm, to see the oneness and reclaim the mastery. December is the dance, the absolute Leela of living that gift. And so how do you do that? Well, as Shri just mentioned, you know, when we first shared about not sending your cords down into the earth, we came under a lot of fire. A lot of people got really mad at us.
We were bucking some dogma.
Wow, and that's okay. You know, if you feel you want to send cords into the earth, we're not telling you not to. We're just sharing with you that right now, consider going to a landfill that's full and trying to add more garbage. What happens? And so Gaia is in a very powerful release of toxicity in December. And if you send your energy down into her, you're going to actually embody that into your own life. And you're going to find yourself feeling very unstable and probably depressed or upset or fear-filled.
Or polarized.
Right. So if you want to find the freedom, maybe just kind of play along with us for a little bit in December. And when we anchor at the ascended heart, what that means is we have stabilized our first, second, and third chakras. And in order to stabilize the first, second, and third chakra, what that means is that we've brought peace into our first chakra. We're at peace with our life. We're at peace with what's happening, knowing that whatever's happening to the planet is happening in divine order, and remembering that you chose to be here. Trust me, guys, you stood in line to be at this moment on the planet right now. You probably kicked other people out of the line to say, hey, I'm getting there right now. And it's a celebration that you are here right now. So there's a great peace in that recognition. Then the second chakra becomes a chakra of love, divine love and appreciation for the self. I am at peace and I say thank you. And then the third chakra, right, your power center, becomes the joy of knowing that every breath, every action, that you are a tangible blessing of the divine in form, that everything you do, no matter what you're doing, matters, and it really, really matters. So when we say yes to our first, second, and third chakra being stable, then they take care of the body, things are good, and we ignite the heart from the densified energy of the heart, which can be what? Very wildly fluctuated based upon good or bad things happening in our lives. We ignite it into the unified stream of two infinite symbols, and it's ascended. And you can actually see this. It's called the Self-Ascended Chakra Portrait. Go to ShriandKira.com. Right there on the homepage, click on Self-Ascended Chakra Portrait, and you can actually see what this feels like in your body. So December, your freedom will come in remaining there and flourishing through it, because Gaia will send you her blessings in so many ways that it will blow your mind. She will assist you to find those you're meant to find. She will bring those connections forward for you. She is that divine mother who says, thank you. My beloved child, you have grown up, and I trust you now to have an amazing life. There is no greater gift for a parent than to witness their child flourish. And so if you want to truly offer a gift to the planet this month, flourish, fly, and be free. You are not the politics of this planet. You are not the whirlpool of negative energy. You are the ascended presence, and December is offering you the greatest gift you could ever claim, the ability to live that and flourish through it.
You know, when Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to experience in the world, the wisdom in that simple phrase is deep, profound, and continuing. Meaning, when we anchor peace in our own hearts, when we anchor love for ourselves and for others within our own hearts, everything else begins to shift.
Yeah.
And those that don't have that wisdom will learn by being near someone who does. You cannot convince a person to love. You can only invite the experience forward. And so fear, beloved ones, as Kira shared, for December, we're going to start seeing nations and areas of unified consciousness having to confront their greatest fear.
Whatever that is.
It might be food, it might be poverty, it might be a variety of things.
It could be invasion, it could be terrorism, but whatever the greatest fear is, whatever the pervading fear is, it's going to show itself, and they will have to look at it.
Now, the opportunity is to learn to be free through your fear.
Yeah.
Fear ignites attention, and your freedom is just around the corner. As long as you're able to recognize, oh, the fear is truly false evidence appearing real. And I'm able to now use the momentum of my revelation, to use the momentum of this energy to anchor myself in a higher vibrational consciousness, to anchor myself in a place of true ascended acceptance and love.
Yeah.
That's the opportunity for those that are ready for it.
Whew.
For those that aren't, more polarity.
So here's a quick, easy way that you can take care of yourself through December. And this is a practice that we have shared before. It's a practice that works, it's free, it's easy, and it's called the container practice. During the month of December, there's going to be an extraordinarily unusual amount of free-floating energy on the planet, and it's going to be looking for places to land. It could be your emotional body, your physical body, your spiritual body,
Your family, friends.
Wherever. So you're going to want to use this practice, and the container practice is basically like taking, I always call it a Velcro mitt, and you kind of start up here in the crown chakra. And this whole practice is at ShriandKira.com. Just go to practices right on the homepage and click on the container practice. And what you first do is you just offer gratitude to everything that's clinging to you right now. Even though you might go, why am I thanking that? Just offer gratitude because it offered you something. And then with consciousness and breath, you just slowly, consider this your Velcro mitt, you just start cleaning and you feel everything releasing one chakra at a time into the mitt. You go all the way down to that final root chakra and you throw it to the container. Now, where's the container? It's right here. And we'll put in a photo of it, of the world clearing container. And this is a practice that was gifted to Shri and I through Archangel Zadkiel. We first released it to the world in our book, 2012, You Have a Choice, a truly timeless classic. And again, it's free at our website, ShriandKira.com. Just go to the homepage, click on Container Practice. The container practice is free, it's easy, it takes a second, and the more you do it, the clearer you will be. You literally can just remove that energy and send it to a safe place, where once a week, Shri and I perform a ceremony, and literally, check this out, we recycle that energy and release it to the realms that can receive that energy and actually use it. Because remember, when you engage in something that makes you feel yucky, right? When you have a situation that might not be as loving and powerful, where does that energy go? Well, you know, you've walked into rooms before and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, what did I walk into? Or what's happening here? That's free-floating energy, and it's irresponsible. This is a month where you have the opportunity to responsibly recycle negative energy and gift the planet. She's got enough going on, and so do you. This is a month where you can flourish. Remember, this is the end of the second year of the 7-year ascension portal from 2015 to 2022. And in 2017, things are going to get intense fast. And we have a lot to share. All of the revelations that came in last July, we were told to hold them, and we are moving forward with releasing them starting in January. And the first piece of that was this December energy and what would be happening with the planet. So gift yourself, guys, gift yourself. And you know, Shri, speaking of gifts, Shri and I are really delighted that we have an incredible program coming up in January that, again, we were guided to offer in January. We filled up our bridge line so fast that we actually have expanded our telebridge to accept more people into this journey. So come on and join us, please. And even our expansion is filling up. So register today. Go to shriandkira.com. You'll see it right on the homepage. The mystical sacred Rudrashka and the 7 rays of crystalline light. This is important information for the ascension. This is important information for the future. Tell everyone you know, get into this journey with us. You will be grateful you did.
You know, we are at a time, we are at a choice point where the materialistic belief systems, where the old science, the old medicines, the old structures do not carry what you're truly needing to nourish your soul and your upliftment. We are at a time where we must start feeding our consciousness with inspired revelations that support the new paradigm. Do you want to live in 5th dimensional or 7th dimensional energies? Then we must have thoughts and understanding that match.
Yeah.
You can't get there recycling the old stuff. It involves an opening, being receptive to new information, to ascended truth. So we invite you to check this out. It's very affordable. It's a teleseries. You can sit and participate on the phone, and we will participate with you and discover for yourself the opportunity ahead.
December is truly a moment to flourish. See the oneness, reclaim the mastery. You are in the center of this. You are not the illusion that is trying to present itself. Witness for yourself the power of your ascended presence. Clear your energy using the sacred container. Gift yourself with the freedom to flourish. It's yours to receive. And may your heart know how much we love you. Shri and I just want to close this video with a quick shout out and say thank you. We had intended on announcing our India tour. We're going to be returning to India again in July 2017. And it filled up in less than 24 hours. But we do have a wait list. And if you'd like to, if you're in India, as many of you are, we are considering perhaps then meeting with all of you in New Delhi when we begin, or in Mumbai at the end. Go to our website, shriandkira.com. You'll see where we're going to be in India. You'll see the full itinerary. We are so honored and so grateful to all of you, our beloved listeners. You are the most amazing people on the planet. Your comments touch us so deeply, and your presence on the planet matters. And as this year, 2016, culminates, may your heart discover that you have the right to be free. You have the right to be abundant. You are a beautiful, amazing being, or you wouldn't be on this planet right now. You are a master. It's time for you to own that, because really the world is waiting for you to own that. So collectively, we can ignite the brighter light. Feel our love around you. And Briella wants to say hi.
So as you take in that deep conscious breath one more time, may your heart ignite, and may you trust that that which is within you is more powerful than anything that is outside of you. Know that all is truly well. Namaste.
Namaste.